Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Seftimor Daily. Hope you guys are having a good day. Happy hump day. Give you guys a few updates on what I'm doing currently. So, I am in the middle of a 3-day fast. I will be going 4 days tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So, when I get out of work, I will be in 96-hour fast? Or, yeah. So, going full speed ahead with that, keeping up with the snake juice, keeping up with, the electrolyte drink, the salt water. That's what keeps me able to do this, able to continue on down this path. Also, I'm going to do something different. So, I've read a lot of books and they've resonated with me, and that's how I get my ideas to write. You see me a lot. I always put insights from, and I want to make it my own a little bit. So what I'm going to do is going to write. I've already completed the first one, so I got to edit that, and that should be up on seftimorlive.com, medium.com/Seftimor, all the places that I write. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt this. I'm not saying that this is going to be good. I'm not saying this is going to work out or anything, but I'm going to attempt it because I've always wanted to. I'm going to write what I'm going to call, instead of articles, we're going to call them essays. So we're going to call them this because I want to stay on a topic for a very long period of time. So an article or an essay is going to continue. So it's going to continue and continue. So we're going to get multiple blog posts that will kind of leave you hanging a little bit, and then some will be short, some will be longer, but at the end of the day, what we're going to do is we are to publish that as a chapter. And when I feel I'm good and ready, I kind of have an outline here. I'm going to try to put a book out. I'm going to try to put an ebook out, something, maybe throw it up on Amazon. I'm going to try it, see how far I can get, just staying on topic, because I really liked when I was doing these Seftimor 5 days a week. I really liked taking a chapter, digesting it for myself, and then putting it out for you. So what I'm going to do is I always take notes on all the books that I read. So a lot of them, like the article I'm writing right now is about like self-talk, like your thoughts, making sure they're positive, things like that. I'm going to write on that, and then I'm going to write on this, and I'm going to just to put an amalgam, and then just put it out into the world and see how it goes. It's going to be a long process. I enjoy long processes. But what it's doing is it's allowing me to stay on and stay writing. So instead of looking for topics all the time and looking for different things, we're going to just have a stream of consciousness, and then that'll be a chapter, and then we'll have a stream of consciousness, and that'll be a chapter. And then as things go and as my life goes on, I might have different insights, and we'll work on that. So I'm going to start this. I started today. Like I said, the first part should be up maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. So I hope you guys are interested in that. Obviously, I would try to do an audio version after that, but that's way down the road. I'm not thinking that way because I might not even get this done. But it's something that I want to do because I'm not writing enough, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So I just want to throw a big project on my plate and just see where it goes. If I get half, the good thing is what I'm doing is that I am going to be putting it out in blog format and then compile it at the end. So if worse comes to worse and I get halfway through, then we'll have half a book of blog articles, and that's good for everybody. Plus, this podcast will be the Seftimor Podcast. Once I have a big script, we'll be doing those as well. And then at the end, if it ties all together, let's do a full audio version, or something like that. I never did that, so we'll have to figure that one out when we get there, if we get there. But that's what I'm doing now. Going to Disney July 14th. That's gonna be incredible. Hoping to get some film out there. Maybe I could put together a vlog. I will be editing a vlog this weekend. So how I did it was, with the baby, it's very hard to get all the footage that I used to. So number one, they're probably going to be shorter, but number two is I'm going to put like a bunch of things together. So we had 2 parties at the Pirate Cove, one for each of my cousin's children. So we're going to put that together, and I think I have something in between there that we'll also try to get up and get on the channel here. But anyway, let's get into what we're doing here. I just finished Mark Manson's new book, Everything is Fucked, a book about hope. So I read his other book, The Subtle Art. I reread it a little while ago, and it held up. This one, it was good. I definitely enjoyed it. But I also like a lot more practical things, but I also like the philosophy type things too. So not as much actionable advice. So that's like, it's not going to be heralded as one of my favorite books, but it's definitely something. It's definitely worth a purchase and to read, especially to get in that philosophy type stuff and just what's going on. But the last chapter was pretty nuts. So I just finished the new book by Mark Manson. What a ride. I always love Mark's books, but the last chapter was quite the eye-opener. He talks about AI in the future and how it's inevitable that technology will surpass us. While that's scary, it was exciting as well. What he does in the book is he talks about a chess match, and it was with one AI, or one computer that was really good and beat like the world's best chess player. And then Google came out with a AI that, like, the day before didn't know how to play chess, taught itself, and then like whooped this other program's ass. And he's trying to, and he tells us that there's going to come a time when like the AI, like all this Skynet stuff, like the AI is going to take over, and we could live in unison, or we could go against it, or But it was the last part of the book that resonated with me. Mark explains that there's no hope at the end of the tunnel. The only thing we can actually do is be better ourselves. That's the thing, is like, we could sit here and complain like, oh, Twitter's bad, social media's bad, internet's bad, technology's bad, blah, blah, blah. Or we could just learn to jive with it. That's like, learn to live amongst the AI, learn to live amongst everything for the better. We don't know what's going to happen. Like if this is going to go into, if Skynet is going to become real and we're going to go where we're just taken over by the machines or whatever, like, it's going to happen. So what can we do? We have to just be better ourselves, work in unison with it to try to better ourselves. Hoping for a better future is just spinning our wheels, but becoming better ourselves is something we can control. Becoming the person we are meant to be is in our hands. The world is going to do what it's going to do. There's a lot of things we have no control over. A lot of stress in our lives, a lot of cortisol build up, a lot of all that is just worrying about things that we don't control. And listen, I'm going on like a super big with this fasting, with everything else. Like, I'm so focused and into myself right now. I'm into I'm into everything else, but I'm just so caring finally about myself on a health level and on a mental level that I haven't been in quite some time. And that's because when you start seeing results, it's just momentum. Everything is momentum. Why I didn't do a Seftimor Daily? Why I didn't do a podcast in 3 months or 4 months? Why I didn't do any of this stuff? Because you lose momentum, you lose it all. I'm trying to get the momentum back with streaming. So I'm going to try to be like streaming 2 hours a night during the week, and then see what I can do on the weekends. Thinking that we do is where our happiness dwindles and our cortisol spikes into oblivion. This is when we have things that we have no control over, that we try to control. We know the things we should be doing better to ourselves, but we choose the easy way out. We can live in fear of Skynet one day happening for real, or we can live in unison with it. becoming better day by day. Technology can be utilized for the greater good in the way we use it each day. Do not dwell on the dark side of technology. Relish in the fact that it can give us a better life. Social media can be seen as bad, but I see it as good. I've connected with so many people that I would not have been able to without the strides in today's tech. I have so many streaming friends that supported me over 6, 7, 8 months here that I haven't really streamed. Still support it, still follow me. And I check it because not because I'm like, oh, are they following me, but because I'm like, damn, they still care. They still care. I mean, they could unfollow me, but they don't. And I just think that's so cool. Like I would never have that without technology. I've created when I would not have been able to before. I mean, I would never have this. I would never have an Instagram. I would never have a platform to bring you guys all this, all YouTube, you name it, streaming, YouTube, writing a blog. This is all because of this technology. But today, think about how tech has helped you. Comment below on how it made your life better. Let me know on Instagram. Let me know on YouTube. Let me know in the comments what tech does for you and why it makes you better. Why we shouldn't fear Skynet. I think I'm going to start Atomic Habits by James Clear next. So that's where these next round of videos will be, along with if I write anything. So I'm going to write a full review on the new Mark Manson book. So look forward to that. Should be shortly. Probably going to put this first essay out and then the review. So, and then obviously record the podcast after. So if you enjoyed this, as usual, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. It helps the channel. It really helps me. Subscribe on Anchor or wherever you listen to these podcasts. If you're listening to the audio version, share it when you see me on social media. Share it, retweet, all that good stuff. It helps me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Talk to you again soon. Peace.